Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we're back in Fallout 4 Legends Only Live Once, our no healing permadeath survival run, where every enemy is a legendary. Here, after having just got a Robobrain out of the General Atomics factory over there. Yes, Automatron is started, the explosive robots are all about, and what we need to do today is try to finish it up as quickly as possible. Time to speak to Ada over at Oberland Station, so let's go back to the Institute. And then immediately out of the Institute. Yes, as usual, intros need to be cut, and we need to be on the move immediately, because sleepiness is going to be limiting our weapons. Yeah, we've already got our 3 weapons for next time, only 3 weapons per sleep cycle from the previous sleep cycle, and they're pretty good ones. Picked up 2 of them pretty much at the very end of the episode last time, the plasma-infused Gauss rifle and the Troubleshooter's automatic assault rifle. Very good when it comes to actually dealing with some robots this part. But yeah, we also have the sniper rifle that's Troubleshooters. Should help us mitigate the use of the Gauss rifle too often. I gotta save some of that ammo, but I think I do have loads. It is heavy, so yeah, we'll not want to carry around too much ammo for it either way. But just going to drop some stuff off over here at Hangman's Alley. We couldn't send Ada here because, of course, Raider Base. And we're looking pretty good on the Gauss rifle and assault rifle ammo, 447 and 496. Just to keep them safe, I'm going to drop them off here for now. What we need to do is get as far along in the quest as possible before we actually sleep. So these items just going in here for now. Yeah, we've got some pretty decent weapons. They need to be worked on before we go to sleep. Sitting at overtired right now. I think that overtired happened. I honestly forget, but it's not going to be too long for we're suffering from fatigue. And yeah, we need to figure out actually... Talking to Ada, we need some resources. Okay, gear, oil, screw, plastic, aluminum, fiberglass, circuitry, nuclear material. Screws are only at 9, and I wonder if I even have any here. 2 screws and a desk fan, and unfortunately, nothing else. So, off to Diamond City instead as our first objective to grab the resources that we need. Actually, just a little bit of forethought first. Let's break some things down into making sure that we actually have everything else that we need. And it's been a while, but yes, breaking down everything that we have that's a heavy item just for its constituent parts. We're not going to be moving around too much, but just to organize things a little bit, I think is worthwhile. There's the fishing rod. I think I said something about every second being precious when it comes to my sleep cycle, but yeah, we'll be able to at least get slightly organized this way, and then the next sleep cycle we'll really get exactly what we need. Yeah, pretty much everything we have except the screws, unfortunately. I'm just going to put the junk in here, plus some extra for when we need to build a body. And now we'll be on our way. So yes, Weary, -1 agility, AP refresh, luck, strength. We can do some fighting ever so slightly in this level of tiredness, but it is not ideal. We'll probably want to be taking Nuka free if we do want to do literally anything else. Okay, just enough screws, and only a couple extra, unfortunately. Thankfully, yeah, let's take these. We don't need any extra screws for building up the robot body for Jezebel. And I do believe we have every single mod that we would want for the Gauss rifle, the pipe bolt action, and the assault rifle. Already created and saved for later. Yeah, I started saving mods after I realized using screws every single time I got a new weapon to get it up to its final form would be very expensive. So yes, hopefully we have everything that we need. Now we have the Gauss rifle, but for the assault rifle I'm not seeing the advanced receiver. That's somewhat of a worry. Of course, it's possible that I dropped it over off at Far Harbor or something. I'm not quite sure where it would have got to. But yeah, we'll definitely need that up to advanced for it to be useful to us. And because we're low on Nuka Free, looks like Nuka Cola, Nuka Free, we don't have a lot of options, unfortunately. Probably had that over at Diamond City and forgot. Okay, water and food, and then we'll be off to go talk to Ada. My water situation just isn't coming in as fast as I'd like, so I'm going to fill it up a little bit more. even though we just got the Beantown Brewery bottles. Okay, off to Ada, quick like, and we'll see if there's anything along the way. Legendary Operator. We've already got our weapons for next sleep cycle, and I think I don't want to take the extra experience. The level we're at, level 57, it's just getting too far up there. We're going to start running into more tougher enemies, and we're not going to be getting anything out of our level ups. Well, not much at least. Penetrator last time was amazing. I think that I've been sleeping on that for quite some time. But yeah, when it comes to the other level ups that actually help with damage dealing, there's not a whole lot we can do. Ninja is a situation where we can one-shot most enemies with our sneak attacks, or sneak attack multiplier with the Calmex Silk, one way or another, so not much benefit there. It's the firefights that when we're in caution or danger that we need to be able to actually land the shots, end the fight, and there's not much we can do to help us with that situation when it comes to perks. We've already taken the major damage dealing increases, and yeah, the only thing I can think of is things like in the luck tree, bloody mess maybe, just getting more VATS shots and criticals built up. But yeah, let's not worry about our level ups. We don't need to kill every single last enemy or friend out there. Ada, I've got a robot workbench for you.
I'm relieved to see you've returned. Were you able to find anything at General Atomics?
Hey, RoboBrain.
I found this strange device on a robot.
Let's have a look. As the next logical step, I need you to install the S.P.E.C.I.L within me so we can use it to our advantage.
And I'm too heavy all of a sudden. Quick, like, drop some stuff.
Allowing even the simplest of minds to create...
And we'll work on Ada. And then what?
Are you ready to install the radar beacon?
Yes, I am. Okay, I guess I needed to do that first. Special mods and radar beacon, there we go.
Fortunately, I'm detecting another RoboBrain in the Commonwealth that's receiving the same signal.
Let's do it.
I'm uploading the location of the RoboBrain to your Pip-Boy now. Just be careful.
Okay, new threat completed, and where's the next RoboBrain? Not an ideal location, but we should be able to manage. I haven't cleared out this area whatsoever, and it is kind of downtown Boston, but yes, it is... It's a busy enough area that as long as I go take out the super mutants, I would be able to at least fall back and, yeah, have at least some lines of sight that we can deal with. We'll take some time to get there, though. Okay, Ada's going to stay here. I'm going to make some more water pumps over here just to make sure that we're always able to have water. Okay, nothing else here that I can see. Let's get back to first the Institute and then straight back to Hangman's Alley before we head off to get that second RoboBrain. Okay, so we're going to actually see someone immediately. Take them out. Any more raiders? Usually that bridge is very safe, so that's a bit of a surprise. What did you have? Sprinter's metal right leg. That is fine. Probably never going to touch sprinters just because every single time I pass a car, I think I'm going to die. But yeah, is there anyone else around? Usually if that bridge has raiders, then it means that there's multiple raiders, but Bats isn't seeing anything, so I think we're good. Still have Gazelle Steak. I think I'm just going to re-up both of those right now. I have plenty when it comes to Gazelle Steaks and the Grilled Radstag. To be able to make it the rest of the run, frankly.
The operators.
Okay, so what we need to do is probably start taking some Nuka Free and get our fatigue dealt with a little bit. Adrenaline is wonderful. Weary is not wonderful. We need to at least make it to the second RoboBrain. Then from there, teleport back to the Institute, get to Ada, get off to Fort Hagen, and then potentially at that point, we might need to be done with the sleep cycle. I don't think I'm going to be able to last that much longer, and I don't want to be going into the Fort Hagen area, that satellite array, to deal with Jezebel when I am going in between weariness and exhausted. And that'll be a perfect location to rebuild my adrenaline before we go into the Mechanist lair. I think that's the game plan. Yeah, had I sent Ada last time to the Boston airport and then build the robot workbench there, then I would have been able to just swim across the water very nice and easily, deal with the second RoboBrain, then be sent off to Fort Hagen, and I would have been able to send Ada over to Oberland Station then. But yeah, hindsight's 2020. We didn't know which location it's going to be. I always find that the second RoboBrain is actually at the Fort Hagen random spawn. Not the satellite array, just the one north of the actual place that you go off and deal with Kellogg. So yeah, that's where I always assume it's going to be, but yeah, not sure how many times in my YOLO rounds we've actually gone up to that location. And we're not going to go through downtown Boston. There's spawn locations that send people walking. There's spawn locations that might be extremely aggressive, even if they're static. And, of course, just the normal day-to-day craziness of downtown Boston. And there's swarm bots these days. Speaking of swarm bots and bots in general, looks like we don't have robots that were legendary, but that was just an iBot. Yeah, these guys are not legendary, strangely enough. I'm fine with that, though. Which direction are they going to end up going? Yeah, I'm going to sneak behind them rather than going into their path over there. Going down the hallway. Yeah, that would have been nasty. Good. So, robots are essentially being generated to run into my path, and that is a bit scary. It is broad daylight, so we are going to have very limited help when it comes to being sneaky. We might need to be extra careful. Yeah, there's the robots. Pretty much in a perfect ambush position for me. But they're going to keep going, hopefully. They're getting a bit separated. I think it's separated enough. I'm going to take care of that iBot. And they don't get their friends alerted, so we're good. Bunker Hill can deal with them. Actually, I don't know if Bunker Hill can deal with them. Is anyone still alive there? Who's to say? So nice, easy run to the railroad. This is one of the safer areas. No random spawns get thrown across this path. And we can just deal with some super mutants, some rad stags, some more super mutants, then the RoboBrain maybe. Unless have we already dealt with these super mutants? I don't think we have. Caution. Caution. Is he getting up? I am worried about the fact that he looks like he's getting up. Let's get some shots off on the head. Penetrator is amazing, especially combined with danger. And it's a hound. Okay, please just deal with the glowing mutant hounds effectively. Penetrator doing decent work. One more shot, please. 2 more shots, and Penetrator doesn't do decent work. Okay, back out to here. There's going to be... Okay, I thought there was another super mutant in there, but apparently not. That's a bit scary. Okay, mutant hounds finding me very quickly. Get some lucky, get some chameleon, and get some cunning. All good stuff there. Okay, at least a little clearer path back. Well, we're going to teleport back, so never mind. Probably never going to walk by here again. Yeah, the amount that I'm relying on Penetrator and Concentrated Fire makes it so I do need VATS weapons that can take multiple shots. Because get that up to 95, take 3 or 4 shots that miss, or, you know, 1 shot that misses. But you can Slayer submachine gun. But yeah, I think it might honestly be a good idea to avoid rad powered. No, not avoid rad powered, but avoid the fight with the super mutants over here. This is a very busy part, but now that we've cleared out this area, we can probably deal with the Robo-Brain. Just kind of start getting some shots this direction. It's so bright, though. We'll probably want to take a Nuka-Free right before this fight. And then from there, hope for the best. Looks like it's not... Okay, I was about to say it's not chaotic, which is surprising. This is usually very chaotic right here, but I hear some shots in the distance. And... yeah, suddenly lots of shots. Okay, there we go. Legendary Raider. Not having a good time with Servomechs, but they're normal. Okay. Honestly, I wouldn't mind them kind of showing me who's winning or losing, because it's Legendary Raiders with some probably decent weapons. Actually don't like the turrets shooting me in the distance. I'm going to take those two out. And we see our pip on the map. Tank bot. It's not doing it. We would need a critical. We do have. Let's take this seriously. Jet fuel. And jet. And Nuka-Free. And potentially a few noodle cups. And Psycho Buff. Just a few shots. Take everyone out. Clear the area. Okay, explosions in the distance. Custom house found. The tank bot is still around. Oh, it's 25 over there. 22. Oh, shoot. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it. Is it dead? Is it dead? Okay, that's a fun little death animation. Still in caution. From what? I can take jet all day, and I will if it keeps me alive. Just end the fight. Okay, back into hidden. Let's grab our Robo-Brain and be out of here. I don't want to be outside any longer than I have to. Radar beacon. Some stuff. And Curiosity killed the cat. Let's not be the cat that got killed by Curiosity. I think... Can we just teleport now? Are there enemies too close by? Yes, we can. Okay, nice and easy. So now back to Ada, and I'm not trusting this bridge anymore now, but I think we're fine. And since it's daytime, we can go speak to Arturo, pick up some screws, and probably have enough stuff to work on our assault rifle, as well as everything else that we need to get ready for the final 2 locations of Automatron. Actually, we can talk to Ada, then immediately go off to Fort Hagen, save some time. So I think that's the plan. Let us get everything ready for the next sleep cycle. So plasma infused, troubleshooters. I don't need that many vertebrate signal grenades, but let's organize by putting everything together. Okay, firstly, the Gauss rifle. Get the shielded barrel, the recoil compensating capacitor, boosted coil, standard sights. I think this needs to be able to be short range or long range, but the only thing that works are scopes. The reflex sight and standard sights are not good. So close range, we will be doing the short scope. We already have the mod for that. No muzzle, up to suppressor, and we've got it. Plasma infused, it doesn't matter, but the Gauss rifle, I finally looked at the number over there. That is a big number. That is a very big number. How did it get to be such a big number? Okay, well, I'm not going to complain. It's a big number. I am happy with big number. No sneak attacks necessary for that one. Now, Troubleshooter's automatic assault rifle. We do have none of the mods, for whatever reason. So we'll definitely need some screws for this. Where did my assault rifle go? I definitely had one at some point in the run, but maybe that was earlier when I didn't actually take the mods off. Same with this. Okay, I need to figure out where my weapons are. I think I have a bolt action over here. Okay, the junkies, everything on this can be taken off and put on the tight bolt action that we've just picked up for next sleep cycle. Just take things off by switching out the mods. Hopefully there's... Okay, I need to use some screws just to take off the mods, unfortunately. Precious, precious screws going away. Now, I know with the Gauss rifle, it doesn't make sense to even bring this along, probably, but at least this way we'll be able to save some of the Gauss rifle ammo and not have to worry about too much weight that way. Honestly, I might take this up to a medium or long scope, just so I can get a really long distance shot at a robot nice and easily. And suppressor. Okay, definitely not as impressive as the Gauss rifle, but with sneak attacks and with that really effective exhausted from lack of sleep, this is good. This is wonderful. Definitely don't want to be doing any more fighting. We'll need to sleep here soon enough. Okay, Arturo will be able to help us out with screws a little bit, but not too much, frankly. We'll take a nuka free if we need it. Let's just be on our way. Get to Diamond City, get some screws. We're exhausted. This is not ideal, but this is the situation that we find ourselves in, and I can't sprint, annoyingly enough. And we're clear. I suppose the nice thing about everything being indoors when it comes to the Mechanist, or at least most of it, if it's daytime or nighttime, that doesn't affect the indoor bits, just the outdoor bits. Okay, give me those screws. Hopefully that's enough for what we need. And maybe Myrna has some...
You again.
One desk fan, one globe, handcuffs, hot plate, and a typewriter. I'll take it. And just to make sure that we have enough nuka free going forward, I'll take everything out of here, or at least make it. Nuka-Cola, yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, did I ever grab Piper's stuff, just to be sure?
Hidden forever.
I don't think I did. Okay, one desk fan, but that is it. Not a whole lot. Okay, mildly dehydrated. Only mildly concerning. We're almost home. We can work on our weapons and then get some sleep. I guess there's this operator as well. I didn't even think about him.
You have.
3 desk fans, thank you very much. 84 caps for a single screw is a bit heavy of an ask. Let's see if we actually need it. I will take the typewriter though. 2 of them. And call that good. Okay, hopefully this is enough. So everything is as good as it's going to get. The troubleshooters is the only thing that we need to work on. The advanced receiver, get that up to 414, pretty good there. And a suppressor for the extra 25%. Now everything else. Long barrel. Let's do some quick testing with this. Thankfully we have plenty of bullets. Now, I'm not using this. This doesn't count. I am simply equipping it and not doing any shooting whatsoever. So, we've got a sight, and... Oh, that is massive. Okay. Yeah, we need to bring that down. So we can do that by taking the full stock down to short stock, I believe. Thankfully, we've already built that one. Standard magazine is good as it's going to get. Now, quick eject magazine. That will help a little bit with the VATS usage. Standard sights, I think it's the reflex sight that is going to help there. Yeah, I could really use a recon scope. I'll probably have to put one on the troubleshooter's bolt action. Gonna see what a reflex sight does to this. Long barrel down to boarded barrel. That range goes up quite a bit, but I don't think this is going to be our range weapon. And our VATS, it doesn't need the extra accuracy. I might make both just to see which one's better. If vented barrel is not good, we will take a look. Okay, vented, glow sight, quick eject, and we can get maybe 4 shots off on this. 1, 2, 3, 4... Maybe 4 shots if we have our entire action point bar thing. Not ideal. Okay, quick like take the troubleshooters, move over the long scope to the recon scope. Long recon scope will be fine. Apparently we already had one, so better and better. I'm going to quick like take a look at the ported barrel. Screws being used up on something that is already made, but I want to make sure that just in case going down on the weight helps with the VAT situation. I want this to be getting as much out of VATs as possible. Oh, that's much better. Okay, that's the way to do it. The range, not useful. The VAT shots, that's going to be so much more useful. Thankfully, I checked. Now I am just ever so curious. Ported barrel, if we did it as a short barrel, what would have that have done? Just about the same, I think. But yeah, let's get that over to the ported barrel. Vented barrel is for long-range shots. Everything else, I think... Yeah, everything else is going to make this not as good in a VATS round. Yeah, modification, you don't want to always just go for the biggest numbers. You got to think about how you want your situation to go. 70% up to 95% after just one shot is pretty good. Then it goes down quite a bit, but we can still get that up. Yeah, 5 shots when we get our full AP. I think this will be wonderful. Okay. A little better than I was expecting. I was thinking 4 would be the max that we'd be able to get out of it, but I believe we are ready to sleep. Actually, we're not. My apparel situation is somewhat interesting. I'm going to take it off, and I'm going to go through what might be a ridiculous idea of mine. So the Chameleon, Lucky, Powered, Rad Powered, VATS all served me quite well, but we are sitting on Unyielding, and we can get the benefit of Unyielding if we go into Hunger. 1 rank of Hunger is all we need. So I'm thinking we actually utilize that. We're going to take Unyielding out, and we're going to make it a full set. Right arm, right leg, left arm, and we just need a chest piece. But I think I've set it as CP before. Chest piece, Unyielding Raider. So we have our full set of Unyielding gear, and it's not going to give us a lot of damage resistance, but +3 to all stats will be pretty freaking helpful. We're going to get so many more action points. We're going to be able to be in VATS the entire time, hopefully. And yeah, I think we just need to make sure to keep ourselves in at least 1 rank of Hunger. We won't be able to eat, you know, agility boosting items and whatnot. So I might need to just drop everything just to be sure I'm not accidentally taking it or something. But yeah, losing out on food items, but being just 1 rank of Hunger, losing that little bit of endurance, and then going into less than 25% of our health, I think is well worth it. So let's take Fatigue, Parasites, Insomnia. At least we got rid of, what was it, weakness maybe? But yeah, we need more sleep and more frequent sleep, so... Okay, I'm going to go for a full 24 hours. I want to get it to the following day, towards the end of the afternoon once we get to the fight over at Fort Hagen. And yeah, I think this will be hopefully okay. Yeah, 1 rank of Hunger. You know exactly where I'm going. Yeah, and our stats a little bit affected. -1 for endurance, strength, agility, charisma from various drug addictions and whatnot. But yeah, let's take a look. So 165 AP and carrying weight of 230. Another thing I do want to check is the perception bonus. Let's get a good look at this person. 50 on the torso, he's not going to be doing anything, so yeah, and barter prices, obviously, who cares about that? But Unyielding for everything going on. Our special through the roof. Oh, that's wonderful. Strength up to 18. We can carry 380, and we're only affected by a gazelle stake right now. Perception at 25. Let's take a look. Yeah, we've essentially gone up from 50 to 76. A free round on the concentrated fire right there. Our AP is at 315. Big bonus, wonderful. Luck is actually going to get us some critical shots so easily right now. And we could actually talk to people. We could literally talk to people and they wouldn't think we're just a complete Undertaker of a character. No frontal lobe damage for me. Okay, I feel pretty good about the situation. Our hidden stats, essentially the sneak meter or agility, we can't even see how good we're doing there, but we're finally ready with our unyielding gear to get through probably the hardest DLC, the hardest bit, with some amazing weapons. Let's get going. I'm going to drop all of the food. No food for me. I need to remember not to take Mirelurk egg omelets, otherwise that would ruin everything. Okay, I think, honestly, with how good things are going with that, let's take some more rounds of all of our weapons, just to be sure. Don't want anything getting in the way of us moving around quickly. Okay, final loadout looking pretty good. Plenty of jet, we can get rid of all of the mods and be on our way. Okay, just look down at the food. The little silverware icon is your friend. That is the one thing that's giving you the bonus these days. And random explosions, we don't need to worry about that, hopefully. This is kind of the ultimate thing that I always wanted to have happen in a YOLO run, for me to get to less than 25% of my health and finally be able to rely on any unyielding gear that I've found. The sad thing is, I only get this one sleep cycle to use this unyielding gear. I do have some other pieces, but yeah, not a full set to be sure, and we need to get the most out of it as we can. So, quick like talk to Ada, and we'll be able to go off to Fort Hagen, deal with some Rust Devils, and then on to the Mechanist.
Here you go, Ada. One slightly dented, but still functional radar beacon.
This will do nicely. The Rust Devils are a group of ruthless raiders who utilize robots for their nefarious practices. And all that remains is to wish you good luck.
Okay, Fort Hagen. We know how to get to Fort Hagen simply enough. Let's be on our way. Pretty much straight west from where you can cross over on the lock system. Then you run into a road that allows you to get straight to Fort Hagen, no issues. And 1 rank of hunger is fine. I'll deal with it once it gets into the orange version of hunger. Whatever that is. Not peckish, not hunger. Famished? I couldn't tell you. Yeah, once you get to the satellite array, I would take the enemies out on the south side of the satellite array, just because that gives you an even footing to see into their base and take some good shots. It's getting a little foggy. And there's some Brahmin about. Honestly, they're going to constantly detect me, and I'm going to be a little worried about that, so... I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I forgot about this. That is a massive amount of VATS capacity. Yeah, I didn't even check how good my VAT situation was. Oh, that's wonderful. And take them all out. Forgot one. Brahmin. I didn't want to do it, but them detecting me was not a good thing. And... Rust Devil is the only thing I can see. Let's just take the headshot if we can. Headshot didn't do it. Yeah, we don't have any amount of adrenaline at this point. I think we'll have to back off and let the robots come up on us. The iBots are going to be the scary ones. Protectrons are a little slower. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just need to make sure that we are able to see them before they see us. Oh, straight back into hidden. Nice and easy. Okay, let's move over to the Gauss rifle. We don't have time to take multiple headshots. Oh. There's a Mr. Handy right there. I don't like that there's a Mr. Handy right there. I'm very, quick draw on the critical. Don't think I need to do that. But here I am. We'll build up another critical quickly enough. We have, like, what, 17 luck or something? Okay, short scope isn't ideal, but at the very least, Gauss rifle doing a good job. Another Mr. Handy. And a random Protectron over there. Back into hidden. Let's take the Protectron out while it's separated from its friends. Big explosion. Back into caution. Mr. Handy is coming up on us quickly, unfortunately. Oh! He was getting close. Another explosion. Are there any Protectrons wanting to cause trouble? I'm guessing it will be Protectrons. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Just a Rust Devil over there. Let's take them out. Straight into caution by quite a bit. Is it that bright out? It seems pretty foggy, frankly. I think we're getting into hidden faster than we otherwise would be. In the meantime, let's start taking a look at a few things. Yeah, Defiant. We're not going to be using the Defiant. Start moving up on these robots. Assassin's Leather. Unyielding. Yes, to all the unyielding bits. And Raider. Goodbye. Okay, I'm expecting another Protectron somewhere. We've dealt with 2 Handies and 1 Protectron. So, yeah, turrets are still about. Don't even waste the ammo on them. And anything in here? In brackets, not shuffling really. I'm really expecting another robot. Slightly disconcerting. Okay. Legendary Rust Devil. What did you have? A strengthened. And apparently you had nothing. Where are the other robots? I thought that I would see another one, but I'm not even seeing legendary items on these legendary Rust Devils. This is a little strange. Hidden brackets are not shuffling whatsoever. Okay, I think we're clear. Just a bit weird. And inside Fort Hagen. Now, once again, close quarters and robots exploding. Have to be incredibly careful. No issues with this, but down here, we might do well just to take a jet and take both of these guys out. And headshot's not even doing it, so over to the Gauss rifle for a headshot, and let's back off. It's always the initial bits that can be the most scary when it comes to robots getting up on you quickly. They got to this point, I don't know if I'd be able to back off enough to be outside of the blast radius. That's fine. Back into caution from other people. They'll come through the door, and hopefully we'll be able to be nice and sneaky. Okay, nothing there now, they say. Radiation is still a bit of an issue. We'll have to just wait for it a little bit. And I think I am going to take at least a little bit of food because health points at 64 is just playing with fire. A little bit too much for me. Let's take 1 or 2 Iguana sticks. Yeah, we still got our unyielding effects, and we get a little bit of our endurance back in the form of HP. Yes, that is probably a bit safer. So nimble Western revolver, we can say no to. Poking, definitely not. And punishing, also definitely not. Now in here, I don't think we're going to have too much of an issue dealing with the various robots. These headshots, though, are not doing it for legendary Rust Devils, unfortunately. We just don't have, yeah, the range potentially on our weapon. It might be dropping off the damage ever so slightly. That range of 89 is not much indeed. And we could take 2 shots, but let's just mark up as many as we can for now. Our agility should help us with the sneak. It's pretty high right now, but at the same time, it can only do so much. Okay, we'll just take this guy out first.
Identified intruder detected. Beginning search.
They're coming up on me quickly. But we need to be moving up a little faster. We don't have the time to waste. Although we're not... Oh! Oh, quick! Just shoot it. Just shoot it. And run! That was a little too close for comfort. And we need to move quickly, but we also need to not be caught in any blast radiuses. Oh. I failed horribly. Okay. Let's take a shot. Oh. You're taking 2 shots. This is not ideal.
Make it nice and quick. You can trust me.
Oh, that robot is coming. He gets around the corner. We need to hit him. Okay. Too close, too close. I don't like this. They are way too aggressive. Penetrator, help me out. Okay, try again. Oh, explosive. Okay, this is just all over the place. Maybe Penetrator can help me out here. Yes, it can. There's no way it can shoot back. Oh, I don't like it. Explosives through the wall could be just bugging out. Okay, this is dangerous. Mutant Slayers, sure. Irradiated minigun. Okay, irradiated minigun, that's actually kind of fun. The radiation damage is taking down human opponents like crazy. Could be applicable, but no, not for us. Okay, I think most of the mobile enemies are done. I'll take the bolstering. And remember that the turret is an explosive firing turret, so get it in one shot. Okay, I think we're clear. We don't have too much time to do looting, unfortunately. I think there's just one more legendary. Kneecapper? Probably not. I need to be getting rid of enemies faster than a 20% chance to cripple a leg. Enemies that are affected by cripple, like melee enemies, they are not the issue. I can end them with the Gauss rifle if I need to. No, let's keep moving. There's rads in here. Of course, there's always rads where you don't want them to be. So we'll be quick. Just a couple Rad-X. Mildly dehydrated is not good. Get through here, get through here. Okay, not as bad as I was remembering. But in here, I think there's only random little robots sent by the Mechanist, and then Ahab is looking pretty mighty, but he's not legendary. So can we can get quite a few VAT shots, so one of these better hit the fusion core. Okay, that did nothing. Just 2 quick shots. There we go.
You don't look like one of the Rust Devils.
And here we have Jezebel.
What are you doing here?
Here for your brain.
You're going to need more than just my radar beacon. I'm willing to provide said access. 1, you need to get me as far away as you can from these lunatics. And 2, find me a new body.
Okay, so we've got Jezebel, and I think we can be on our way. Of course, we don't have a jetpack, so we can't do it the typical way we would want to do it. So lights off. Let's get into a good position to deal with this room. This is actually probably as dangerous as that initial bit, frankly.
You really are taking the path of most resistance here, aren't you?
Well, I don't have a jetpack, Jezebel. What do you expect me to do? Okay, let's take one out.
Intruder, identify yourself.
And just keep backing off. Hopefully it all works out just fine. I'm wondering if Penetrator would help me actually shoot through the window. Yes, it would. Yeah, Penetrator is something that I've thoroughly come around to enjoying. This is a bit of a revelation. Just like the 10mm,
Continuing
this run has
search
taught me that
for
you don't need to do the same weapons and perks every single run. Okay, I'm not seeing anything through the window. I think everything's above me. Keep on slowly but surely making our way through everyone. Saltron's succubus is not legendary. I'm fine with not every enemy being a legendary, frankly. Turret. And the handy annihilator. That'll probably be almost as fast as the succubus. More dangerous if it gets too close. Okay, I don't like how close they sound and how I can't see them. Succubus is right there, but I don't have a shot. I think it would just hit the wall. The turret is still above us. Protectron Basilisk. These are some fun names. I never get to see these different variants. You usually want to be ending your YOLO runs before the 50s start showing up. Okay, the succubus has to be somewhere around here. I do like that my hidden brackets are barely shuffling whatsoever. This agility is doing a pretty good job. There they are. This Protectron Golem. More fun names, but it's a little too close for me. Okay, try that. Nope. Try again. Nope. They're not noticing me. Might take out the turret up here just to get their attention and then see what I can do. If I can get them to get moving. They're so fast. Oh. Was that entering that room?
Has fled the combat zone.
Think
Standing down.
it was. Just try for it. And I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, try the combat inhibitor. It is not working. Yeah, that's the problem with Penetrator. It just randomly chooses not to work as you'd think it would. Oh, just take the 95 with the Gauss rifle. Big explosion. And just wait for it to show itself. Oh, buzzsaw arm. Shoot it. Not an exploding enemy. And I think that's everything on the main floor. Okay, a little tense, but we just have to let the above ones chill out. They shouldn't be able to get to me easily. And we can get out of here pretty quickly. Okay, slowly making our way through these guys. Let's see what they had. Poisoners, not even going to consider it. And Sentinels might be useful someday. Enraging Machete, probably not. Okay, one thing I wouldn't mind doing is taking out enemies that I can see. Just get a nice easy body shot. There we go. And screw it, take the turret out as well. More tripwires. Thankfully, Jezebel is very patient with me. There wouldn't be any more Protectrons, right? I think there would be. There's like one Rust Devil some... Oh, right there. Jeez. Okay. Well, that's a fun place for you to find yourself. You're gonna, like, go anywhere. Let's get him out and see what happens. Move a little bit. 95% chance. Does the job. It was taking pretty effective cover, but not effective enough. And agility perception on a heavy bit, but still agility perception, putting me over encumbered, unfortunately. And I've picked up lethargy at some point, unfortunate as well. I think I'll stick a psycho buff on for just the time being. And also deal with our water situation a little bit. And since screws seem to be the biggest issue ever, keep an eye out for fans, typewriters, and whatnot. There's a Protectron right there. Can we even get down from there safely? I suppose we would be able to. Let me just quick check if I can get him easily enough. Yes, I can. Troubleshooter's laser rifle. I don't like laser rifles. I am not very Brotherhoody, I suppose. It might be good just as a backup weapon if I can't make it to the Mechanist lair before I get really tired, but I should be pretty much there. And we're not even at a single rank of tired yet, strangely enough, so I'm gonna leave it. Saying no to the troubleshooters while I'm doing the Mechanist DLC. Makes perfect sense. And we're good to go. And if you have a jetpack, you can get up through here and pretty much reach almost the end.
With you, I estimate a 65% chance of making it out of here. Not optimal. An increase in effort could have an impact on the odds.
Come on, Jezebel. I'm doing the best I can. Haven't taken any damage yet in this bit, but this next area is a little tricky.
This is the one that ripped my head off. I demand we rip her head off. It's only fair.
Okay, so what sort of enemy are we dealing with? A very glowy sort of assaultron, it looks like. Third-person camera is not helping. We cannot manage close quarters, so we'll have to draw them out. Or we could just say no. It's one assaultron, it's one person who has legendary items that we don't need. We don't need to fight this person. Let's just drop down and be on our way. Not everyone has to die. Always good to leave at least, you know, one human and one robot. The human can say, oh my god, it was horrible, everyone's dead, and the robot can confirm, yeah, they just kind of stood in their office as their entire squad was getting murdered. So it'll be a fun little report back to the other Rust Devils, I suppose. And nice and easy out. And then time to speak to Ada.
Don't think your job is done. I refuse to cooperate until you provide a body that meets my standards.
Okay, body standards. I think I got what I needed over at Oberland Station to build a body, but we'll find out soon enough. First, fast travel to the Institute, and I don't need to be hiding or anything. Then out of the Institute, and let's definitely stop by Hangman's Alley just quick to drop off some junk, and well, I guess I could hold on to it for now, actually, just on the off chance that a few screws or gears or something are missing. And I just realized I would need to make modifications to Ada if she's coming with me to deal with the Mechanist. It's the one time in these sorts of runs, legendary operators. I don't have any weapons picked up so far, so let's deal with them. Just a few shots, and we can check on what they have. Okay, none the wiser after I miss. And nice and chill. Some shots in the distance, but what do you guys have? Poisoner's combat shotgun, a sharp leather right arm, and duelist. Nope. Okay, leave the chaos at Chaos Junction for now, and let's get over to Ada.
I'm happy to report I won't be falling apart on you anytime soon.
That's good to hear, Ada.
Here you go, Ada. The final radar beacon. I'll need that head back when you're done.
Of course.
I believe it can help us access the Mechanist's facility.
Of course. It makes perfect sense that the Mechanist would not only keep its location a closely guarded secret, but would secure it against intrusion as well. I always considered my personality to be a burden, but I suppose I've been looking at it.
Oh right, I have like endless amounts of charisma right now. Every single charisma check is guaranteed.
Now I've distracted you for long
unyielding.
enough.
I was expecting a failure, since literally every single time I've talked to anyone, it's been failure after failure. Let's drop some stuff in. Actually, we don't need to. Do Automatron. And yeah, it looks like we have everything. Head goes to Jezebel's head. And I'm fine with Jezebel just maintaining a body this time.
Lead the way.
Usually I, turn her into a floating head and that's about it, without any weapons or anything, but
Interesting.
that's fine.
This body you've selected for me isn't quite what I had envisioned, but it will have to suffice.
It's better than the one I normally give you.
So sorry, Your Highness. The Royal Tailor has been quite ill, and I'm afraid the task fell to me instead. Tell me everything you know about the Mechanist.
The Mechanist instructed me to seek out and help the people of the Commonwealth. By my calculations, the easiest way to help a human is simply to destroy it.
You don't help people by killing them. That's insane.
On the contrary, assisting a human to the best of my abilities only affords a 25% survival rate. That means there's a 75% chance that despite my efforts, the human I'm assisting will die from something beyond my control. Therefore, it's better to hasten the human's death and put them out of their likely chance of misery. But given your minimal intellect, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you don't understand.
Well, since 92% of statistics are made up on the spot, I think you're full of shit.
And you're going to be a brain pate if you don't tell me how to access the Mechanist facility.
In order to gain entry
And
to
there's the
Mechanist
first
facility,
rank of tired.
you're going...
MSAT, let's get through the rest of this conversation as quickly as possible. Ada,
I need to outfit a robot with...
A custom mod. In fact, as for the sources, it's time to...
time to confront
It's
the
time to-
Mechanist
I hope
indeed.
you're allowed now. Would you allow me to?
Yeah,
Of
I
course,
actually
Ada.
will have you be coming along. And of course, I am over encumbered like crazy. Up about 70 pounds worth of ammo. And that said something, but instead we'll do this one. And because we need to have Ada not be able to do literally anything, we're just doing no left arm. And no right arm. And that should be good. Actually, Ada gets really slow when it comes to the legs, so let's see if we can do maybe just a thruster. There you go. You'll be nice and able to zip around with that. Doing too much already. And this is the problem with the Mechanist. Not only is it very difficult, but having a robot companion half the time going in and out of actually having them around does make it so it's a bit of a struggle to actually bring everything you want to bring. So normally I don't like doing cliffhangers that much, but yeah, we've had quite a bit of an episode, and I think the Mechanist fight, getting through everything to get to the final battle, is still going to take a while. So we'll leave that for next week, because yes, we've been able to get to the very verge of ending the Automatron DLC, but yeah, there's still a little bit left to do. So we'll jump straight into that next week. But yes, the Mechanist fight, it was asked for in the poll, and it will be, one way or another, the grand finale, either of the Automatron DLC or the series, because yes, exploding robots in that final fight can get a little ridiculous. But I think we have it in us with Penetrator and a few other bits and pieces that we can pull out. We'll be hopefully fine, hopefully. But yes, that's all definitely for later. Until then, I've been Keith, this has been Game to Please with Fallout 4, Legends Only Live Once. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, farewell.